What? Everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody uses Jupiter logo.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorite.
Jupiter Notebook is the same as Jupiter 11. I'm pretty sure we use both. So, we're gonna have to use Jupiter. I hate using that shit.
So you can open this. So you have opened notebooks before.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Notebook.
I have nothing to teach you today.
Oh, nice.
Bye bye.
No.
Hmm.
Okay, so then it means that I have to tell you, I have to go through other things.
I don't like using it, so I don't really try to
So
understand it.
let's talk about some basic stats. Okay, to refresh some of your information. Some of you have actually taken stats before, right? Statistics. Yeah. So don't worry, there's no maths in this module.
It's cool.
I'm just going to tell you some things about statistics. Okay. Mean, median, and mode. What are the difference between all of them? The mean is the average value. Okay.
Ah.
So what does it mean? The average? Yes, correct. So exactly like what they wrote below, everything you add together and then you come up with and you divide by the number of it. Right? The number of things which you added is together. Right? What about median?
The median number.
Middle.
Okay. What do you mean by the middle number?
The median number.
So basically, the median is if you put all the numbers together, then you are going to take the one which is the middle, right? Okay, good. And what about mode? What does it mean?
The one that pops up the most.
Appear the most. It's the most common number.
Yeah. Okay, what is the problem with using some of them? So in your here, what is it? It appears the most frequent, right? That's good. So what is the problem with using some of these different ones?
Sama.
Maybe it could be a problem. I'll just wait for him to explain it. AI data
Ayo.
Maybe it'll just be more complicated for the AI. I'm not sure.
Okay, I see some of you discussing. Please say your answer.
Royden. You talk a lot just now.
It's the first week. Let's get this settled.
What do you think? Why do you think there will be a issue? Okay,
We'll just wait for the answer.
I will give. So there's somebody just volunteered. The rest, I will ask somebody. Who wants to volunteer this? Why do you think using mode will be a problem?
Which one?
There might be equal amounts of stuff.
Okay. Okay, somebody use if okay, it's not somebody use other stuff, right? It's more like if let's say this is not a representing thing, correct? So if let's say there's a lot of one, if the data there's a lot of one in it, but then actually the average is 5, for example. Okay, I'm just randomly saying something. Okay, let's say the data is all 1 to 10. Yeah, but there's a lot of 1 in it. What will happen if you use move? Yeah, correct. That's the point. Okay. Can you give your hand? Yeah. Encourage yourself to learn and engage. Okay. Medium is not
I
so bad,
disagree.
right? Because you actually put all of it together, right? You put all, you look at all the data together. Okay. Let's talk about mean. Okay.
So mean.
What will be a problem if you use mean as the average statistic? Why is it not accurate?
Because there's a decimal.
Middle number. Sorry,
There's a decimal number inside.
there's a decimal number inside. Okay, so let's say you add everything, then there's a decimal number at the end of the day, right? Because you divide, right? So that is one possible. Very good.
I literally.
Anybody else want to give a guess? Go ahead.
It might not be the most used.
The most used number. Yes, correct. But actually, all of them might not be the most used also. Yeah, that's the problem. Only move is the most used. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. Let's say suddenly, because I designed the form wrongly, correct? I allow people to just key in numbers. I only want 1 to 10, but then a few people key in 1 million. What do you think will happen? The average of mean,
The average will be.
yeah, it will become very high, right? The number will become very high. Then the information which I'm trying to get becomes useless, right? So these are the advantages and disadvantages of it. Okay. Why am I talking about this? Because now I feel that actually ChatGPT can help you write a lot of code. Okay? So what you would rather know is, so after I tell you how the code is being written, I'm pretty sure you will ask ChatGPT how to write it. Honestly, I think that is okay. Yeah. But then in your test it's not okay. Yeah, you just cannot use it. But now what you should know is actually what are the pros and cons. Like why would you use one above another? Okay, that is more important now. Okay. So these are another 2 more terms for statistics. Okay, standard deviation and variance. What is standard deviation? Let's say we are talking about marks, correct? You all can see this, right?
Yes.
Is it big enough? Or else I'll draw bigger somewhere there. Also, this is the number which I want to find, correct? Then what I'm trying to look for standard deviation is this. What do you see here?
Curve.
Now that I drew it,
Heading.
so you know that these are average, right?
Yes.
What is the 2 sides?
The line which was used.
The average.
Take your time, think about it. think about what you are looking here.
The most highest.
No, but the highest marks is here, right? Yeah. So I mean you can, let's say this is marks, yeah.
Most highest and equal.
So this is the number of students. Obviously, the higher is the higher is, the more students got this mark.
Okay.
Right? Makes sense, right?
Mm.
Then these are the mark distribution. So let's say this is 60 marks. What am I looking for in the black? In the black part.
How many people got the
You
same?
think about it.
How many people got the same marks?
Mark. 30, 30.
What are we trying to find in the black part?
Oh, the middle one.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody?
Colorblind. Colorblind.
It is very hard to be comfortable with these choices. I can't go back to what I can't leave back.
Next question.
Who designed these chairs? Who thought, yeah, who did the design for the fucking chair? Sort of a
Go ahead. What do you think you're looking for? Actually, the answer is somewhere there, right? This is no lah. Which is defined there, right? So, what is standard deviation? Standard deviation measures how spread out the information is, correct?
Yeah.
So, what are you finding in the black one? If you know that the average is 60, that means most number of students have gotten 60 marks. What are you looking for when you look at the numbers beside it?
The spot at the end of the
the range.
So,
end of the range.
so if you are seeing the range of how many marks are of the average, right?
The spot at the end of the
The
range.
spread lah. Basically, you are looking for the spread of the average number of marks here, correct?
Why?
All that. The base.
Yeah, no, actually this is it's quite straightforward actually, right? After you see like how I'm also explaining it. So okay. So what we are doing here is we are actually trying to find out how from the average how many people are getting a little bit higher than 60. So later I'll tell you what it means by a little bit. Okay, this little bit higher than 60, and then what is this? Also a little bit lower than 60. The higher than the average and lower than the average. Let's say it's 60 to 65 and 55 to 60. Right? You are basically looking for this kind of information. Okay? Any questions about what I just said?
I'm so good.
What is bro?
So fucking good.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Why do we have to bother about this?
To be more accurate.
More accurate?
Yeah.
Sorry? Gain more data? Some people do that. That's a good guess. Yeah. Some people use mathematical calculations to create more data. That's true. It is true. Anybody else? Xavier. What do you think? Do you know the question I asked?
No.
Okay, good. What? You mean? Oh, Jimmy answer. Okay. Please go ahead. Okay. So, I was talking about the standard deviation, and I was saying that there's this gap in between. Yeah. So why do you think this gap is important? Like, what? Okay, good. So, okay, basically you are looking for the spread, right? So this part is the spread, okay? You are looking for at how, if you are measuring how big this thing is, okay? So for me now, I'm going to call it a spread. Okay. Basically, you want to know how many people, let's say 60 to 65, how many people are scoring in this range. That is the spread. Okay. My question was, how big, for this spread, how big is it, and what does it affect? Why are we interested to learn this for this spread? Okay, let me answer the question, because I think it's a difficult question also, because normally people don't talk about this. Okay, what you want is you want variance. Okay, which is the thing next door. Okay, why do we want variance? Because we want to take a look at what's the average, and if we want to take a look at what is the difference, how spread out is this average score? Okay. Any questions about this?
No.
So basically, how you calculate how spread out this score is the percentage there. Okay. So if what I can do is I can use this. For example, so which means I want to calculate a higher variance. Yeah. When I calculate this higher, more spread, basically this is spread, right? Spread can be this or can be this. This is 60 to 65. Actually, I should just write the number, right? It can be 5 or 10, correct? Then when I put in this number, the answer will change. The variance will change. Okay? Okay, so basically the wider the spread is, I'm calculating a different thing. I'm calculating how spread out are all your marks. Okay. Why do I like to know this kind of information? Why am I interested even in this kind of information? Correct? Statistically, okay, I'm just talking about statistics now. For statistics, knowing how spread out the information is, the answers, the data is, right? It actually helps you understand how. Let me look for the word. The word I'm thinking of is a very cheap one. I'm actually finding out how closely related your answers are to each other. Okay, so we call it cohesive. Yeah. Eventually, you will see why this is very important, because in K nearest neighbor, you will use it a lot. Okay, let me explain very quickly, very short.
I can multitask.
Okay. I'm only just going to use this graph to represent what it is. So you will see a lot of data here and there. Everywhere. Okay.
I'm
You
so
will see
bloody
a very nice
confused.
spread of data all around. Okay. Now I'm just using this mark to display the data. Okay. Sometimes it looks easier when we do it like that. What I want to do is I want to
Huh?
do this. Yeah. When I do this, when I cut this, I say this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3.
Long bit.
Okay.
This is a long.
What am I doing here?
Dividing.
When I did this,
I saw
dividing,
it.
continue.
Yes.
You got play.
Can you continue dividing?
Bro, I don't know.
Dividing the
I
this
can get a
space.
lot of money.
Sorry?
The space.
Dividing the space. Okay. So you can see I'm cutting the whole area
I
into
messed up.
different parts, right? So if there's one more data here, I know what is it, correct?
Yeah.
So what will you say that this is?
Number 1.
1. I heard somebody say that. Good. Thank you. Yes, it is number 1, right? So what you did is you are using your eyes to classify it, correct? Because what I did was I drew lines, and then now you're telling me, okay, this is confirmed number 1. You are classifying this as number 1. This is, you are using your eyes to create a classification model, basically. Okay? You all understand what I'm doing? Okay. Classification models are what you understand K and N is. Yeah? K neighbors, basically. Why did they need this K and N and all this kind of thing? It's, honestly, when I was learning about it, I was like, why also? Okay, I was also wondering why. But basically, this is the main idea behind it. What you want to do is you are using statistics to calculate and to find out, hey, which is the nearest thing to each other. Okay. Now you are using your eyes to do it because your eyes can actually, because you can see what I'm doing here, correct? And you can see, you understand why also, correct? Why I will do this, right? When I separate it, because it looks like it's spaced out equally, correct? So this is the main reason why we use all the statistics behind me, which I was talking about. Okay, any questions here?
No.
Okay. The good thing is we don't ask you to calculate anything. The bad thing is when we don't ask you to calculate anything, it means that we are going to ask you to do something else, right? So you will have to, like what Miss Tan says, when I don't ask you to do any maths, it means that I'll have to ask you to do something else. Okay?
I had that back. I think I still have it. Wow. Confident.
Oh,
I called Riley.
Okay, so let me just
Confident
discuss a bit more with you, and then I will open. I will send you some computer notebook so that you can try this out yourself. Yeah, because I know I've been talking for a
Did you
little
see
while already.
Riley versus more light? Or they end the game early? No.
Do you want? Yes. Yes. Okay, good. 5 minutes.
Keypad.
Okay.
Bodoh.
I'll change that.
Five minutes. Yes, of course.
I'll get walking. I'll go buy stuff. But I'll play.
I'm going for
what we want to do now is I will just talk to you a little about it, and then let's open up the Jupyter notebook. All of us already know what is Jupyter notebook, right? And you have Anaconda installed, correct?
Yep.
If you don't have Anaconda installed, or let's say over the holiday there's some problem, something great, ask like try to open it later, and then if you have some problems, ask me to come down. Okay, because the rest will be doing some questions. Okay, so let's just talk about this first. Okay, so in the data domain, we have certain types, different types of data sets, and we want to do different kind of prediction, correct? So in machine learning, I told you already, everything is just one prediction. Just now I told you about classification, correct? You use your eyes to classify that data is considered one, right? So that is a prediction also. Okay. What do you think this is? So now it's in Korean, but then opening
David. Spinach.
No, wait. Image is this picture. But what do you think this is? This is a prediction.
Predicting the price of it.
Prediction of
The price.
the price of
The letters.
cabbage.
Yes.
Specifically, no, specifically what?
Nine.
What? The
Temperature.
when you're predicting the price of cabbage, it is not very good if it is not very specific. It means that all the prices of all cabbage is this price. Is 2,000 over whatever. Yeah. What is the specific thing behind it? Go ahead. The visual of the image. Okay. Good, but this image is just for fun. It's just to show you. Okay. So yes. Okay, because of the very specific pieces of information here, correct? So some temperature of 9 degrees, is it as good? That's the question. So if it's a rotten cabbage, will you buy it at the same price?
Yeah.
No, right? Yes?
For me.
Oh, it's very good. Good. It's a very good what is that? Client. Okay, it's a very good consumer.
Yeah.
I will not buy. Okay. So Hakim, you are very forgiving.
Yeah.
But if let's say the cabbage is very warm, it's not going to be good. Yeah. So okay, Hakim, let me teach you something. Even if you don't learn anything else, don't buy raw cabbage. Why? Because you're wrong. It is most probably rotting already.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't pay for it, okay? Yeah. I just tell you this. Yeah. As a friend also. Yeah. So
What do you want me to stop laughing?
if you store the cabbage in cooler temperatures, it will not rot. And that's why after you heat in some of this
how much you
information,
just collect the
and
data
then
for
the cabbage, you are looking at the cabbage also. Let's say okay, in computer vision also in this application. But of course, we are not going to do it in this module, okay? Yeah. As long as you put in all this information, the cabbage should be predicted. The cabbage price will be predicted. Then this amount. Okay, 2,000 over
Sweet.
won, which is
Oh my god, Mr.
I mean not very good for contents. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Ho.
But is the basil soup basil, is it growing with?
Okay, can I check you all got the detail or the document inside your mind connection?
Yes.
Yes or no?
What document?
A little bit. Is it enough?
I also don't know. I just need to make it.
Hell no, I'm not going to Korea. Not during my Yeah, but I don't want to be in Korea.
This boy are like a dream that cannot be desired. Hey, but I went with friends.
You're going with friends and teacher.
No. I go there, I never found anybody that would be friends. Because I don't like to eat.
Sure.
We all agree that we want the outside.
They come back later.
We did.
We go good.
Loaded.
Yo, Danish, I think you guys are late, man.
I also don't want
Eh. Ya, bener.
How do you do that? This one for other people one. Maybe somebody will come to you, I guess. You can try and find it.
This is part of the and I think that is part of this.
They don't want to play.
Okay. Have to go back here again. Hop on the game.
Where's it down? Left side up.
Riot King.
I don't know why we're there. We got changed. We changed menu.
That's the best.
All right, class. Can you hear me enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Not really.
All right, class. Just to know that this module,
Good game.
there is some requirements you need to do. Okay? So there's one exam, there's one assignment. Assignment is individual. Okay, but you can group together. Okay? Maximum 3%. You can group together to do the assignment, but when you submit, it must be individual. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so basically the assignments, later I'm going to say for what is the block day of assignment. I can give you, I can let you view a sample of the assignment, okay, and what is expected of you. Okay, and also some breakdown on the exam. Okay, so there are total two main components. One main component is assignment, individual assignment. Second main component is exam. Okay, exam is a coding exam, a practical exam.
Oh, that one, okay.
Okay, practical exam. Have you all did your CVE or your NLP?
No.
Yes.
Did already, right?
Yeah.
So which means data for AE is the same.
So is it close book?
Yeah, close book.
Close book.
It is closed book. Exam is closed book. Okay? So you learn about computer vision, which is pictures. Natural language processing is you create some form of input, it gives a response. Right? For AE, it's like a data science. Okay, it's like a data science. That means you have a lot of input. It's basically graph. Create graph, draw line, graph, do prediction. Okay, it's to do prediction. So, in your normal typical weightage itself, this is the 4 category that we want you to learn. So on the left side, we need to teach you how to do a data AI techniques. How you do techniques in AI for data. Second, how you do the data when you have any, right? How you clean them. It's called collection, cleansing, and augment is wrong key to use. Augment is only used in computer vision. So for your this data is more on collection and cleansing. How to make your data? That means what do you mean by cleansing? Some row, some column empty. Then how you fill up? You either delete the data or you fill up the data with average cost. Okay, so that's called cleansing. And the third one is after you did your data already, you need to develop the data model.
Thanks.
So how you do the modeling? Okay, there is some machine learning development, machine learning modeling. Then last but not least is you validate and optimize. Validate means I want to know how good it performs. So I need to use a test data to validate the accuracy of your model.
Ask myself to remember
Then
those.
I will do optimize. Means my accuracy can be 80 or 80%. Can I improve it enough?
Yes.
Yes, right? So it's called optimization. How to optimize?
Yeah, real
To tweak some of the features to get better accuracy. Improve in the performance. Okay, so after that you will do a revision assessment. So assessment you only got 2 types. Individual, assignment, and exam. Okay, clear?
Easy individual
I don't need to
assignment.
go through this. This one is
Yeah, I know. But still,
still
individual assignment means it's usually used in a field project.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this.
Who knows?
It has to be.
Your individual assignment.
Oh god.
Okay, individual assignment. Basically, this is all the things that we will be testing you. Okay, So first, I will ask you, what is the possible research techniques that is possible for data essential? Okay, after you learn already, then how do you correct your prediction? For all our AI courses, all our data set is called supervised learning data set. All our data sets are supervised, there's no unsupervised data set. Okay, means the data set is really ready for you to use. Okay, in reality, it's not the case. In reality, you need to do some data cleansing, data cleaning. But that is reality. But for IPE, all the data set is ready for you.
Let's go.
Okay? Then after that, we will learn about regression. Regression is basically drawing a line. Either a straight line or cursive line. Just a line. Okay? And usually is you do prediction. When you are drawing a line, usually you do prediction. Okay? For example, I want to buy a flat in Choa 3 room. You predict for me or predict for me 3 months down the road what is the price of the Choa flat. And you can do prediction. Okay, but you need to develop a model to do prediction. Very clear about this? But in order to develop the model, you must have past data set. Then you must put the past data set into a black box. You don't need to know how is the code going to work. Then you come up with output. That's what you must do. Okay? Machine learning is, I don't care what is the black box. You give me an input, I want certain output, you give me the coding. Then you will develop the model for
A
you.
whole lot of chat.
Okay, that is AI. So after that, you will learn about ANN. ANN is basically neural network. Okay, neural network. ANN is a type of neural network. Okay, and how do you apply the data set in an ANN algorithm? Okay, that's called data inference now, AI inference. Basically, the model is trained already. Then I want to use a new set of data to test your model. Okay, like you infer means like maybe you want to do prediction, so you infer your prediction. Okay? Question? Don't have, okay, so so your total you will have 10 weeks, but effectively you only got 6 weeks. Okay, which means that because this week I'm quite busy, next week onward, all the theory I will quickly run through. Okay, I will quickly run through. Within 2 lessons, I'm going to go through all the theory. Okay, then we focus on a lot of practical. Okay, because I learn theory, no matter how I teach, at the end of 6 weeks, you only can remember 10 or 20%.
Yeah.
So for me is I quickly run through the theory. You need to know the theory, you need to recall the theory. You can go and Google, Gen AI, all this very easy. So the theory part only for me to go through very deep. I just touch and go. But for practical part, we need to have a lot of time because we need to practice how the exam will be like as what you did for your CV and NLP. Okay? Theory wise, a lot of available sources there already. I don't need for me to go through. I just touch and go. Okay? So theory, you want to reinforce, you can go and Google. Now no more Google, right?
Same gonna pay.
Gemini, then you can use Globe for text AI, or you can use another Perplexity AI. Perplexity AI, right? But Perplexity AI is good for research. They are good for research. The best, it is still the more prominent one, like ChatGPT. Okay, but you need to pay. Okay, but the free version is good enough for you to do whatever you do. Gemini also good enough. Free version, not the paid version. Not the pro or the version. Okay, anybody got questions?
No.
Don't have, So, you know how to open up Colab and run the file, right? And the lab is running
I'm so
on
bloody.
the notebook. Okay, your lab is running on the notebook. But for exam, you're going to run, the lab is running on Colab. But when you run your exam is running on Jupyter Notebook. Okay, clear about this?
Yeah.
So when we go to the lab, it's purely OLAB. But when you go to revise for your exam, you're going to use Jupyter Notebook, which you need to install and conduct. Just like what you did for CE and NLP. Anybody got a question? Similar. Okay. Similar in to during the lab. Similar. Okay, this will be the format that we expected you to shine or to show me. Okay, which means that naming convention no change. Index number underscore name underscore E for AD. So we expect you to have a PowerPoint. We need to expect you to have an IPYB. Okay, what sort of PowerPoint that we want you to do? First thing, you will learn about 4W. Okay, this one you learn about in your cycle. You should have learned 4W right now. This is used in problem scoping.
Yes.
Okay, problem scoping. AI project cycle, there are 6 circles. So the first circle is problem scoping. After problem scoping today, you need to explain every single step what the code does. You either can you throw into Gemini, you ask it, can you explain? Then you read, then you tell us. But when you like this, you do in this way, right? We will ask you in-depth question. Test for your understanding. Okay, that's how we make it fair, because nowadays a lot of people can use JetBrains to do it. It will depend on whether see, if you work as a group, when you submit, it's individual, right? Then when we want that, I want you all to read as a group. Then we will ask you, which slide will you charge? The other person, which slide will you charge? If your group of 3, it's not more than 4. If it's group of 3, then if 3 person come out, then you come in which slide to be 3, 4, or 5 slides. Then the other person
Only this slide in the group.
Okay, then we ask the question based on the slide that you all presented. Okay, then so we will allow you to work as a group, but when you submit, it must be individual submission.
Okay.
Okay? Then we ask you what do you mean by this? You must have input, you must have output. So if the output is a pictorial representation using methodology, then you show. Likewise, the same thing. You show the data set as a data. You show the data set in the data frame setting. Okay? So this is a data frame setting. Okay, graphical representation. You source a next problem. Your next problem, I can use different formula to solve the problem. Likewise, for this problem, I can use 3 different algorithms to solve the problem. So 3 different algorithms means I will develop 3 different models. Train 3 different models. Once I train 3 different models, I test this different model, I will have 3 different results. Okay, that's called evaluation matrix. So I can evaluate my model, okay, and I have data that shows. So you can see on the center part is higher. The center part in this case is called logistic regression. Okay, so the other side is KNN. You learn before KNN already lah. K table. You learn about concept already?
Yeah.
Remember that? That's all that. Then the other one is random forest. This one is another type. It's basically a tree inverted. Tree flow of tree but in inverted form. Okay, this is more on tracing purpose. Okay, after that you need some graphical representation. So you need to show me graph and you need to interpret what does the graph show. Okay, you need to tell me what can you learn from the graph. And not pure numbers. Pure numbers I also know how to do, but you must interpret. So in interpretation you can try to use Gen AI to help you do interpretation. If you do that, then go ahead. Okay, but teacher will ask you in-depth question. Okay? Question on this?
No.
Okay, so after you did ready, we will ask you to which one is the best? Can you fine tune or not? Fine tune it. So how you do it? Okay, so these are all the fine tuning. Then you need to know. You see, this is a new graph. This one you don't see in CBE and NLPE. This is a ROC graph. Okay, it's a ROC graph. Okay, but how do you interpret this graph? Okay, this one should remember now. This one. What is that called? Just now somebody say? Confusion matrix. True positive, true negative, true false positive, false negative. Okay, confusion matrix. Which number should be more?
The 25.
Color one or dark?
Color one.
Color one. Okay, then this one is what? This one is called what type of
Classification report.
Classification report. That is it. Total precision report F1 score. Support. What does it mean? You explain to me, they say number is there. Yeah, I know, but can you explain what it means? Yeah. So we are going in depth, a bit of in depth. Okay. Then after that, you will do these are all. Okay, this is another method to use. Okay, to do the ranking. You can see the ranking itself. This is a method how you do a cross validation. Cross validation is I got three model, right? How I validate between the three model. Okay, there are methods how to do it. There are some methods. So in the assignment itself, we will teach you one of the methods. We break the part into 5 parts, then after that, so there is a pictorial representation inside. Okay. Then this one is basically a thing that the higher the number, the better correlation it is. Means if I got this CP higher, means I have a higher probability that the person will get heart disease. If it is a negative, it is negative correlation because it's minus sign. Means if I have this item is less, very low. Okay, in the other way means very likely you will have heart disease. So this is negative correlation, this is positive correlation. Okay, there are some other correlation very individual. This there's nothing based on that. My correlation factor is very low. So there's no correlation. Conclusion, no correlation. Okay, so there is some values that is implemented. Okay. Question?
You need three different models?
No. So in order to do this, you must learn
I'm pretty sure we'll give them when
the
we give us
topic.
the paper.
So in your topic,
That's normal at this point, man. That sucks. I don't want to explain. I don't want to do this shit.
okay, in the topic, we learn about the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Okay, so in the theory part, as I mentioned, I will try to use 1 or 2 lessons to cover everything.
You got that one.
Okay, I don't want to download. I use my data. Data inside. This one go through the next lesson.
Okay.
So basically, generally what we are looking at is this one. This is the flow that we are going through. Okay? So, you see what's the answer? Can see here, right?
Amen.
So basically, you need to know the basic statistics. What do you mean by basic statistics? In the slide itself, there are 5 parameters you need to know. Average, mean,
Medium.
max, median, and one more.
One.
Try and
Basic statistics. Heard before statistics? Heard before statistics? There are 5 basic parameters that you learn. In the start, you will have. Okay, so there are 5. Minimum, maximum, average, median, and one more. Mode. Okay, good. Okay, what does it mean?
That's a pretty good training. Thanks.
Okay, so basically, if you look at the slides, these are the things. Okay, these are the 5 things. Okay, formula, are we going to go through? In this case, only but when you go into poly, it requires you to know your max and to how to translate into coding. Okay, so which means that I need to know my max formula and I need to know the code that is used to represent the max formula in coding. Okay, when you are going poly, that is required. Okay, when IPE level means you just need to know how to use. But when you go poly level, you need to know the max and the coding hand in hand. Okay, clear about this now?
Why did I choose this question?
Okay, so Jupyter Notebook, everyone know how to set up already.
Yes.
Correct? Statistics, you know, statistics just now the 5 parameter of statistics. Okay, I believe that this one you go through before. Okay, the whole chapter you go through. Okay, you can see over here, the one that we are learning at IT level is all the way to the left. Supervised learning.
Oh.
Unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, there are still other learning, there are still other point of learning, because AI keep evolving. This is done in 2019, 2020. So now you have more learning.
This is a homemade deck. No. This is mine.
Oh, yours.
I would like one of those.
Where's the class? The what? 3 what? You're supposed to end at 3:30 after that you go for another class, right?
Yeah.
Where's sorry? 3:15 Go to which class? 1314. Okay, anyone have a question?
I will.
I believe as long as brief quite well, right? Because I asked you.
I can't even understand a thing.
Okay, other than that, alright. So basically, you know that once because I am very caught up with South Korean. After South Korea, I come here, I will wax your theory. Okay, try to explain that theory, then focus a lot on practical. Okay. So those anyone who cannot download the notebook, please do so. Okay, those person who cannot access the full net, please learn how to do so. Alright, then we prepare for the next lesson. Thank you.
Let's go.
Alright.
Loki, there's nothing I can do. You can just spam your fucking tech at this point. Look at this.